Let's discuss how to contact yourself in a parallel universe. We've all thought about parallel universes in one way or another, the idea of an alternate reality where you didn't make that mistake or had studied for that test. Even regret falls into that category, the idea of, what if? It fascinates us all. But is there such a place in science for such wistful speculation? If the universe is what we can see, this notion can't be real. Because otherwise, the pair or whatever else there was would be everything. Physicists often say universe when in actuality, they mean the observable universe. The observable universe is the part of the world which we can see. Because light doesn't travel fast enough, we can't see beyond that. But most likely, the universe is much more than that. If we take the world to be that, then yes, there are multiple observable universes for different observers. But that's different from a parallel universe. It is essential to mention that no scientific evidence exists for any of these, so anything we suggest is just imagination and speculation. But we should remember that the idea of a universe beyond our solar system and galaxy was also once speculation. Science fiction and parallel universe. In science fiction, when parallel universe is talked about, it is often meant to be different bubbles of realities. If our universe is infinite in the most real sense, then there are no other realities or universes out there. But we know that we can arrange the matter in the world finitely. Would that mean that patterns eventually start repeating? We aren't going to get into the shape of the universe, but according to Einstein, this should be applicable in a flat world, given infinite time. In physics, we use the term multiverse to describe parallel universes. And in the above thought experiment, the world is one, and it just starts repeating itself indefinitely when all combinations of matter run out. If there was a shortcut like an Einstein-Rosen bridge or a wormhole that existed locally, it could send us to a point where we could be able to interact. It is a possibility, however, that these different parts of the universe may have different laws of physics and may prevent survival for a second, let alone the interaction. For example, a world made of antimatter may cause you to explode the moment you enter it. Matter interacting with antimatter results in total annihilation. Einstein's equations for higher dimensions. Another popular idea is that of higher dimensions. A solution to Einstein's equations for higher dimensions yields beautiful results, and it formed the basis of the different string theories. But if beings are living in that dimension, it is fair to say that we may never witness their full glory being, at best, four-dimensional people. Imagine it this way, humans living in a flat plane may never see a three-dimensional sphere passing their aircraft. All they'll be able to see is a flat line changing size. Transcending to the higher dimension might be different, though, but there would still be limitations to what we can fathom. And then, there's the idea of the higher dimensions being curled up so close together in the tiniest scales imaginable as most string theories suggest. What kind of interaction can that allow? You can't even fathom those scales, let alone interactions in them. There may be a very unorthodox way, in my understanding, however, that in terms of religion, the soul and the death realm may exist within the higher dimension. That might explain some religious reasoning, but strictly under those rules, there is only one of yourself. There may be no scientific answer to the questions posed. Still, there's an endless array of solutions in the minds of those that ponder it, and whether you talk about religion or science, neither has a definitive answer. But if you can imagine an infinite universe created by an infinite God, it may not be so crazy to think that there's another version of you somewhere unimaginably far away. Whether there is any physical or non-physical way to interact with it is the question of Schrödinger's cat being alive or dead before the box is opened.